1, 2, 4. Will the real Ray Daniel please stand up? Will the real Ray Daniel please stand up? Will the real Ray Daniel please stand up? You all act like you've never seen a brown person before. Just like our clique, smoking bunk and doing crack in 94. And everyone saying, look at the Forbidden Zone, rip out the hookah and more. But the only difference is cluckers on TV, La Llorona, making them G's. And still hanging out being baked and selling out just like we did back in the day when we were in Sunset Foothills. But straight up, Joya, we just keep going. We're strong. That's the way we are. We grew up. So one more time, let me tell you, it goes. Yes, sounds really crazy, sounds real crazy. All you other than crazy are just put those ladies. So all the real Ray Daniel, please smoke dope, please smoke dope, please smoke dope. Yes, sounds really crazy, it sounds real crazy. All you other than crazy are just put those ladies. So all the real Ray Daniel, please smoke dope, please smoke dope, please smoke dope. All you TV acts are scared, cause you know we got the top ratings on this air. The only difference is we've been doing this for 13 years. Marty running around, grabbing his you-know-what. But he's so cute, though. And that's why we say Ray, Rob, Roach, Paul, Stoney, Louie, Rudy, even Cliff, Coy with the mafioso. And all I forgot, I'm holding the 40. I'm the real crazy, all you other than crazy are just putos ladies. So all the real Ray Daniel, please smoke dope, please smoke dope, please smoke dope. Yes, I'm really crazy, yes, I'm the real crazy, all you other than crazy are just putos ladies. So all the real Ray Daniel, please smoke dope, please smoke dope, please smoke dope. Yes, I'm really crazy, yes, I'm the real crazy, all you other than crazy are just putos ladies. So all the real Ray Daniel, please smoke dope, please smoke dope, please smoke dope. If we don't make it, then no one else will. Don't miss it, mother booger.
Can you believe it, people? It's 2001, and I'm beginning year 4 on the Call Me Crazy show. And one thing I gotta say is about the state of politics and Wall Street religion. A lot of people say that Wall Street is not religion, it's money matter, business matter. And I say that's bullshit because for the past 2 weeks, Wall Street and NASDAQ, and including 3-year-old California wine, been going through some trouble. And you know what's gonna happen is that George W. Bush is saying right now, there is no economic recession in the U.S. economy right now. Don't believe in what your lawyers are saying. Everybody's business portfolio is doing good. And what that means, he's basically lying to the American public and saying that invest your money in some dumbass cause and you make twice, 3 times the vote. And that's not right, and that's why I'm here to tell you that if you are an investor in the Wall Street market, get your motherfucking money out of the Wall Street and be like one of us in TV land. Hold on to your money. Keep it under the bed. Keep it in your piggy bank. Don't let the government touch your money. Keep it under the bed, keep it in the bank, piggy bank in your room, whatever it is. Don't let nobody touch it. Say you start right now, you have $500. 3 years from now, you'll be hitting $5,000 savings account. But don't let the government know about that. They'll tax your shit. They'll say, since you made $5,000 in a bank account, you owe us $800. Fuck that. Keep it in your house, keep it on your mattress, keep it like you do it for the Nazis. And I'm not saying the U.S. government is like the Nazis, but the same attitude should be applied to the government of the U.S. because they fucking take taxes away from us after we die. After we die. It's called a death tax. You die, Say you die, you have a daughter and a son and a son and a granddaughter. Fucking government comes in and takes all that shit away. And that's not fucking right. That's not right. The government should not come in and take away the money from your parents while they're dying and say that this is our money. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm not saying I'm from like Dale Koresh. I'm not saying that I'm for like Waco. I'm not no militia motherfucker. But you know, that is not right. You die, you should stop paying taxes. You die, you stop. But no, the U.S. government says that after you die, your family paid taxes. You dumbass fucks. And that's what the government thinks about us. TV viewer land, la la land. They think that people watching TV like us right now are a bunch of stupid motherfuckers. They think we're a bunch of stupid minorities that say, nah, they don't know nothing about politics. Wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Not right. Not fucking right. You die, you stop paying taxes. But the U.S. government says even after you die, your family is still capable of paying those taxes. Hey, how about the taxes you impose on a family member, on the deceased family, you fucking piece of shit? And then you don't want to do any deductibles for the poor people. For the people who do less than $10,000 a year. U.S. government says that you're poor if you cannot afford more than $11,000 a year. You know what? George Bush, you fucking son of a bitch. You are the cause of all this problem because if it wasn't for your dad wouldn't know his fucking Ronald Reagan ass motherfucker. You fucking piece of shit. I'm glad Ronald Reagan is dying from Alzheimer's. He deserves it. He denied AIDS patients and cancer patients from proper medical care, you fucking piece of shit. I'm glad you're fucking peeing your ass, shitting your pants in front of your fucking wife and all your grandchildren because you fucking deserve it, you Ronald Reagan motherfucker. Asshole. A couple days ago, they named an aircraft carrier called the USS Ronald Reagan, which is lame because this guy is the most evilest man in the world. Or he was. And I'm out of here, you fucking piece of shit. I hate Ronald Reagan. For all you viewers in TV land, I'm here for you guys. Fuck Ronald Reagan, fuck George W. Bush, I'm out of here. Hasta la vista. I love public access. Kudos to King of Public Access, Marty. Brought to D2 show. Call me crazy. Until then, I'm out of here. I gotta go. I've been doing too much. Hasta. Was that too violent? And I want to congratulate the new host of the new show, Generation Youth. Keep it up. Congratulations. You're doing very well. So keep it up. Episode 1 is always a little nervous, but it'll change. Hasta. A couple of days ago in Paris, thank you. In Paris, the subway's passengers have been receiving massages when they're on the subway. Imagine that, people going to the subway and there's people there, masseuses giving you a massage on your way to work. I would want to be able to say that I wish we had subways in Tucson, Arizona, because I would like to have a massage every morning before I went to work. But that's the funniest thing about that. I think it's hilarious. Okay, and then in Dallas, a cop ordered some taquitos from a Whataburger, and he found marijuana in his egg burrito, and he arrested the cook right there and there, and I think that's hilarious because the cop deserves it. They need to know the real truth about the effects. Well, but that's another episode, I'm sorry. Okay, then Harry Potter, for all you people out there in La La Land who like Harry Potter, get this. They had some new candy from Jelly Bellies. For all you people out there who don't know what it is, Jelly Bellies are these like a new kind of jelly beans that came out back in the late 80s. Excuse me. And they have a lot of flavors, but I guess for Harry Potter they have a couple new flavors coming out, and so one of them is called Vomit. And the other flavor for Harry Potter candy is Boogers. And one of the Jelly Bellies is gonna have grass flavor. What the fuck is that all about? Then little kids now gonna have a hard distinction knowing what drugs are and what the names are for Jelly Belly. So what's up with that? Alrighty. And okay, get this. Up in the East Coast, in 1985, a burglar went in a county building to ransack the place. He wanted to steal some money from the place. And what happened, he ended up going down the chimney. And 15 years later, or 16 years later, they found his body a couple days ago. He got stuck in the chimney, get this, back in 1985, and he was a burglar, and he was trying to get into the place, so he went down the chimney, and he was reported missing a couple nights later, and he was never found until yesterday. They found his skeleton in the chimney when they were doing remodeling on the place, but they confirmed it was the burglar, and apparently he suffocated to death. How about that? I'm glad you people on TV are watching Call Me Crazy because it's been a very crazy day. Man, movie made by Tim Burton. So if I lost you, I lost you. What is that, Coke? I'm just playing, people. I'm just watching a movie promo for Blow. And speaking of Blow, the merchandise, promotional items that movie studios will hand out during premiere week of the movies, like for example, like Star Wars, when Star Wars Episode 1 came out, they gave out posters, I believe, right? Posters, shirts, figures, they gave out figures, that's Star Wars. But for Johnny Depp's new movie, Blow, they gave out mirrors. And people got mad because they were saying it's paraphernalia. But I say it's all good fun. Okay. One more thing is in South America, a dead man was buried. And his family was mourning him. And apparently they got the wrong body, but they were mourning their father, the family. And all of a sudden the father walks up to the funeral and said, "Who died?" And everyone started screaming and he couldn't get a ride home. And one more thing is, in Israel right now, shit really hit the fan because all I gotta say, there's a little picture of what I found in the papers. And it's these kids, they're the sons of Palestinians. Apparently the Palestinians are the ones fighting the Israeli government for freedom, and they basically want their land back. That's what it all comes down to. And here we have a picture of the sons of the Palestinians, and they're doing mock maneuvers, and already at a young age they already know how to do it. So basically they're breeding hate for the name of religion. Violence. Their mentality is way. I mean, I can understand if you're teaching kids, whatever, Boy Scouts, whatever, camp with counselors or whatever, but this is extreme, because the end result is murder and people dying. I can't even tell how old these kids are here, but you can tell that they're kids. Okay, people, until next time. Go off on next one. I'm gonna go off on next show. Alrighty. First I want to talk about too is I've been seeing a lot of TV lately, and I noticed that there's a lot of pills, prescription pill commercials. And think about it next time you think about Paxil or whatever Claritin or whatever pills that they're advertising on TV. Listen to side effects. They always talk about dry mouth, abdominal pain. They talk about bleeding intestinal problem, liver problem, and basically what it means that you can, like someone pointed out earlier, someone can go to a doctor. I just saw a commercial for Paxil with that. Help me out. What does homeboy know about Paxil that he needs to get it? And I know all you people out there in TV La La Land have it, and I know people who take in Paxil too, and Prozac and the whole work. But unfortunately, like I said earlier, they showed a lot on TV, and people want to take it. And it's $1 billion industry now. So basically, people would rather pay for side effects than go for natural highs. Say like, for instance, ginseng. Crazy. Alrighty. In Ethiopia, a man complained of stomach pain, and so what happened? He was a mentally ill patient, so I guess he's some sort of healthcare program. But anyways, he complained about stomach pain, and they found 222 rusty keys, nails, and coins in this man's stomach. It took an hour and 3 minutes to get to retrieve the metal object. Apparently he got off on eating metal, so there you go. In Los Angeles, this is bank robbers going around town, or the city of Los Angeles. And the police are calling him the Klingon Bandit because he robs banks. But the thing is that they don't know whether he's a man or a woman, because he looks always like a Star Trek character. So you'll never know who the hell it is. It put like the whole getup, high forehead, and they look, it's a Klingon. So they don't know if it's a makeup or if that's the way he really looks or whatever. But the Klingon Bandit is on the loose. All what I'm telling you is all the news from July 2001, A Space Odyssey. Okay. In San Luis, in California, also a 63-year-old mother. A woman was living at her house, and she had her mother over, and the woman was 63 years old. She kept her mother dead in bed for 6 years. Get that, she died back in 1995, and the 63-year-old woman, she said, fuck it, I'm not going to take it to the funeral home. Okay, keep it in my mom's bed. So for all you people out there who think I'm crazy, no, that's crazy. A 61-year-old woman gave birth to a baby boy in San Francisco, people. Imagine that. 2001, and there's a woman at the age of 61 giving birth. And the baby's alive, and the mother's alive. The mother might as well be the grandmother. You might as well call her Nana Mama Nana. Alrighty. In California, in Pasadena, cops are wearing Hawaiian shirts to blend in with the crowd and have a good vibe with the tourists of San Diego. I wish I had a picture to show you of the cops in California wearing Hawaiian shirts, but they are wearing Hawaiian shirts, button-ups. The world has gone to shit. Was killed in Kingman because they found the mountain lion roaming a residential area, and it was a female mountain lion weighing 40 pounds. Instead of shooting the mountain lion, get a van, get animal control. If it's 40 pounds and mountain lion, 4 animal control officers can take control of the cat, put him in the van, take him out to the mountains and release him. But no reason to shoot them if she was just roaming around the neighborhood. Okay, we're gonna talk about Japan. The #1 movie in Japan, believe it or not, people, is Pearl Harbor. What does that tell you? Japan, the #1 movie in Japan is Pearl Harbor. Is it because the Japanese people are bombing us in the movie? Or is it because the Americans make it so glamorous that the Japanese people are dropping the bombs on us, that they like it? And they're probably figuring out, why haven't we done a movie like this? So Pearl Harbor, #1 in Japan. Okay, get this, people. There's a low poverty in Arizona. There's child abuse rampant everywhere. We just had a 14-year-old boy die in boot camp not too long ago. We have the worst funding in education. We have the worst pregnancy in the world. We have the worst Hispanic dropout in the country. Okay, so get this. So what do you think the governor of Arizona, Jane Hall, is doing? Do you think she's trying to solve any of those problems? No. You know why she's not trying to solve any of the problems? Because she's getting plastic surgery done, people. The freaking governor of Arizona getting a plastic surgeon to do some fucking face work on her face. And here we are, 115,000 illegal immigrants in Arizona working, spending a little part of $7 billion that gets sent to Mexico through the mail, that Mexico says is the third highest income after tourism and oil in Mexico. So you gotta figure Jane Hall don't care about anything at all. She's getting plastic surgery done. She's already ugly. There's nothing plastic surgery can do for her that will save her from looking ugly. She's one ugly bitch. Alrighty. Israeli and Palestinians are still going at it after 10 months. Too many people are dying in the war that's about religion, people. I'll talk about that later on, maybe in the episode, maybe next week's episode. Alrighty. In Paris, a man got caught taking 49 pythons and lizards in a suitcase going on a train. That's pretty stupid. You would think you would rent a van, put it in the van, and just take off. But going on a train with 49 pythons in a suitcase, you're asking for trouble. Okay, here on a very sad note, a man was an older man, I guess in his 60s, was running away from some muggers, and these muggers chased him into the portable toilet, and he locked himself in the portable toilet for 3 days. And what happened is that after he locked himself in the portable toilet, the 3 muggers knocked the toilet over. So you can imagine what happened. So he's in there with feces and urine and the stench, and he's in there for 80 hours. 80 hours, and no one can hear him banging on the door because it was at a busy busy intersection. So no one heard him for 3 days until this guy came along and heard him and pulled him out. And the guy survived from not eating anything but smelling like shit. God bless that old man. Okay, on 4th of July, I don't know where this is at. I think this is in the Midwest. A group of friends were at a friend's house drinking heavily, and they were setting off illegal fireworks. So the neighbors called 911 and said there's a disturbance at this house. They're setting off fireworks. So the guys that were drinking heavily, they stashed their beer, and one of the guys, not telling anybody, stashed all the fireworks in the oven. Okay, so the cops came, didn't find any fireworks, so no one got arrested, so everyone crashed out. The homeowner of the house, not knowing the fireworks stashed in the oven, tried to bake lasagna at 3 in the morning. You can imagine what happened, people. The kitchen blew up. No one was injured, but the kitchen blew up. Imagine having legal fireworks in the oven and you crank it to 400 degrees. Woo! I'm glad I'm not that guy. Alrighty. Back in the day, there was a different formation back then. This was the scene of very many crimes. I can't say where we're at, but there used to be a a little hallway that came out. A little hallway. It stretched out up to the little walkway there. And, you know, of course we will be partying, you know. Back in 92, 93, when this place was really happening. Crazy party. I remember one night, I was so out of it, I climbed the hallway thing, and it passed the tree. And I basically did that little skit that they did in Almost Famous, Dead Young is So Cool. So I jumped off the first story building on the concrete and fucked up my ankle. I landed here from this first floor. Boom. And that was back in 94. Okay, so that's for that. A lot of crime. A lot of crime. Okay, people, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, people, here I am again, once again, the Common Crazy Show, episode 50. This is my 50th anniversary of the Common Crazy Show, and I'm very glad to be here. And as you can tell, there's a lot of commotion around these parts of town. But basically, the reason I'm here is because this is the site where I shot the first episode with my editor, Martin Catola, the infamous player from Forbidden Zone. But this is where I did the Common Crazy Show. The Common Crazy Show episode 1 back in March of 1998. And I'm glad that I'm piercing my skin with barbed wire, because I didn't know I put my hand over barbed wire. But here I am. 3.5 years ago, the topic I was talking about was mad cow disease. As you can see, it's still rampant in Europe, and it's bound to hit Arizona and the U.S. one day. But that's what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about on more of a world scale news. President Bush says, yes, Arafat should do more for the PLO to prevent terrorist attack in Israel. Basically, people in Israel, what's happening, they're having a war against the Palestinians. And hopefully, I hope one day they'll stop, because I'm pretty tired of hearing how many suicide bombings are being carried out. So President Bush is not a very good foreign policy maker of what he says that he plans to do. So like Robert says, George W. Bush is a dickhead. I'm sorry. Oh my God, here we go. but George W. Bush, the W stands for wimp and weak, and a weak mobster. But check this one out, he looks pretty cool. I wish I had some carrots, but I don't have any carrots. Alrighty, here's an X-File tidbit and lone gunman bullshit if you like it. I hope that show gets better. But can we get a shot of the nighttime sky? These researchers in London say that there's a new kind of life form, bacteria, existing in the earth, and apparently it lives 40 kilometers above the earth's ground. It lives in the atmosphere, and some of the scientists are convinced that it's an ET, extraterrestrial life form. It would be great if the bacteria came down. They're calling it space bacteria. And it'd be great if the space bacteria can come down and do like the body, what do you call that movie with, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That'd be great. And that's my X-File tidbit. Space bacteria, people. And it's not a Michael Crichton novel either. Okay, in Florida, I don't know what's up with Florida and New York. All these crazy examples of weird news and crazy stuff happens in either Florida or New York. But in Florida, a waitress at Hooters was an employee at a Hooters restaurant. When the owner of Hooters, I guess the manager, decided to have a beer sales contest. And all the waitresses in Hooters say, all right, hook us up. So all the waitresses joined the beer sales contest, meaning when they were working for Hooters, whoever could sell the most beer will win a prize. And guess what the prize was? A Toyota. A Toyota. Hopefully wherever those EMTs are going, they're responding to something small, because I hate to think that something very bad happened. Okay, but back to Hooters. Sorry about that. Back to Hooters. The waitresses entered a beer sales contest, and they were promised whoever wins the contest wins a Toyota. And so all the waitresses from Hooters, and you know how good looking they are, they're like, cool, cool. So they sold beer after beer after beer after beer until one of the top Hooters waitress won the contest. So everyone said, yeah, all right, go outside, go outside. Your new Toyota is out there, your new Toyota. And she's like, cool. She runs out there to the parking lot, and guess what she finds in the fucking parking lot? A Toyota. For all you people out there who don't understand it, she found a toy of the Star Wars character Yoda in the parking lot. Not a Toyota car, a Toyota. So she got freaking pissed. She was like, where the hell is my Toyota? Where the hell is my car at? And they were like, we never said we were gonna get you a car. We said that we were gonna get you a Toyota. So she got fucking angry. She's suing Hooters, and I hope she wins. And I hope she gets to keep the freaking Toyota. And that's my story on that stuff. Okay, in Philadelphia, a couple was warming up some Pop-Tarts in the toaster, when I guess the wife left the house for a little while. She comes back, and the whole house is on flame, and she's trying to sue Pop-Tart, saying that they started the fire. Come on, lady, if you leave something on in the toaster and it doesn't pop out, you're bound to start a fire. So get your little shit together, lady. Heinz Ketchup has designed a new color for the ketchup. You know, a while back, they designed a green color ketchup. Get this, people, Heinz Ketchup have a new color ketchup called the Purple Ketchup, meant for kids to make dinosaurs on hamburger patties, and for little kids who are into Harry Potter to make lightning bolts on their corn dogs. So that makes me kind of physically sick. Oh yeah, Anne Hesh. You know, she's the partner, was the partner of Ellen DeGeneres, and I like Ellen DeGeneres a lot more than like Anne Hesh. But that freaking lady stole my title of my show. Can you believe it? She wrote a book about her life, and it's called Call Me Crazy. What is up with that? Okay, people out there in TV La La Land, the name of my new book is called Anne Hesh Stole My Book Title. That's the name of my book. Alrighty. Postal workers in Peru, Lima, Peru, found human limbs in the mail. Okay, so don't visit Peru.
Hello, this is the D-Ster, and I just want you guys to know that it has been 15 episodes, Ray, am I correct?
50!
The 50th year anniversary for Raymond Daniel. And I just want to say that I have been married 34 years, and any mistakes I ever made does not matter, okay, Chong? So just leave me alone. Anyway, Ray Daniel, I just want to say congrats on 50-year anniversary, and just keep it going, rockin', dog. You know what I'm saying? Just get it going, dog. That's all I have to say. Happy. Ray, would you come in here with the
No,
shuffle?
no way.
No,
No.
no. Ray.
Mm-mm.
Ray.
No.
Ray.
Shut it off, Marty. Shut it off.
Don't hurry up, Ray.
Technical difficulty.
Technical difficulties. Say something, please. Silent Bob. $50. That's good enough for my head.
You're all Chong.
Okay, this Hollywood celebrity wrote a tell-all book about her life, and she wrote a book about her life, and the name of her book, the name of her autobiography of the famous Hollywood actress is, believe it or not, can you believe that? Can you believe that the name of her new book is Call Me Crazy? I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but that was mine first. I know I'm whining, but damn it, that was mine first. So I'm writing a book too. It's called Anne Hesh Stole My Book Title. That's the name of my new book that comes out in the fall of 2010. The hijackers was living on Speedway and North 4th Avenue. That gets too close to home. A good friend of mine said the other day, okay, imagine if one of us are out there in La La Land, okay, back in, he lived here back in 91, 92. One of the hijackers, apparently the one that hijacked the plane that crashed into the Pentagon. He lived on North 4th Avenue Speedway in 91, 92, and he lived here almost to 13 to 18 months. But I'm not sure, but he didn't know English at the time, but he was able to pass himself off as a normal U.S. citizen, I guess. And so, a good friend of mine says, imagine one of us out there on TV La La Land, imagine yourself back in 1992, and someone, say an angel or a guardian, or a divine presence or whatever, comes up to you and says, guess what? The man that is walking in front of you is going to be responsible for the deadliest terrorist attack ever in the U.S. history, and he's going to do it 10 years from now. I'm going to give you a knife. Will you go in and kill him? Okay, people, that's a dilemma. That's a very bad dilemma. A dream to have. If we could have the leader of the terrorist organization, Bin Laden, strapped to a bed, and I pour gasoline on him. He lights up on fire. The whole fucking bed is on fire, and Farrah Fawcett can come in and say that's a burning bed. Yeah. In the morning, late in the morning, he rose up early. He saw one late in the morning. He shot it. He went up to the moose, and guess what, people? In Alaska, he found a moose that's I'm gonna say it, hermaphrodite. Meaning that the moose was male and female, and the hunter freaked out. It's like, he said he looked over the sex of the moose, and he said it had a thing from each gender. So, you know, what makes me wonder, did he still take it home and eat it? Or like, did he fucking take it to the university and be like Gordy in our Creep Show? Like, give me some money for it and I'll let you have the moose with the pito and you know what I'm talking about. So that's in Alaska. Is in California, a 10-foot python ate a pit bull. Apparently the owner of the house left the pit bull and the python unattended, and when the man got home that night from work, he found the python with a big lump in the middle and couldn't find the pit bull. So they found out that the python swallowed the whole pit bull whole. Osama bin Laden, and you know, on a lighter note, Jaja! 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 I feel like Robert. Jaja! Okay, I'm out. How long is that, like 45 seconds? And just maybe there might be a little sneak peek of the Call Me Crazy 2020 episode in 2002. Now I'm rambling about numbers. I have to go. Hasta la vista. Oh no!
Crazy. There was no audio in your sitting audio. I couldn't figure out what the hell is that. There was no audio in your sitting audio. I couldn't figure out what the hell is that.
Alrighty. Okay, and this week George Harrison from the Beatles died. And here you go. I have a little. I had this for years and years and years as a button. I first came across this in the 80s. Oh, I can't get it right in there. There we go. But yeah, now John Lennon and George Harrison are gone, and it's only half of the band. But yeah, George Harrison rocked, and he died this week at the age of 58. Undoubtedly the best rock and roll band ever. And that gives my opinion. And I hope we can all get together next year because I'm changing the name. And I'm not changing the Call Me Crazy logo, but it will be called the Call Me Crazy Show 2029. No more 2020 because I could not get Barbara Walters onto set. She's too busy going Ocean 11 Part 2. To Tucson, Arizona, of course. I hope that Tucson, Arizona gets better at what it does, and that gets being Tucsonan. So hasta la vista, people. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. God bless America. This is it. This is the last show of the year, and I'm happy to be saying that I'm alive and well, just like you are. So until then, I'm out of here, and I'm going to pretend I'm doing a Randy Johnson. And Arizona Diamondbacks won the World Series, so it was a good year for Arizona. I'm out of here, folks. That we're living in the year 2002, and here we are, India and Pakistan, they're thinking about going to war, and they both have nuclear warheads. And then Israel has the capability of having nuclear warheads, and they might be using them against a terrorist group. So that's a new side to the terrorist game. Then here we are in the middle of the U.S. facing poverty, pregnancy, drug use, drug treatment gone bad, disabled workers, disabled everything, everybody fucked up, the whole world gone to shit, and who gives a fuck? And that's the new goddamn theme of Call Me Crazy 2029. And for all you people who don't believe in the Call Me Crazy show, fuck you, I'm out of here. And for 2001, $60 billion were spent on terrorist spending to prevent terrorist bomb attacks. I saw Lord of the Rings a couple weeks ago. Lord of the Rings dropped. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. I'm going to watch it again tomorrow. I think that's it. I gotta get out of here. Screw Bin Laden. Long live the USA. I wish this was Bin Laden. periodical that I get. And here's the quote of the week. I saw the goat the next day. It did not seem too upset. That's the quote. And you might be asking me, what the hell are you talking about, crazy? Okay, here it is. I'm going to say it again. The quote of the week is, I saw the goat the next day. It did not seem too upset. Okay, and the guy saying it is a cop. And he's saying it because he had to go investigate a goat in the middle of a field somewhere. And what happened, there was a train going down through the fields over the mountains, a train. And you know how people and kids are looking out the windows and they saw a man having sex with a goat. And everybody in the train freaked out. They're like, look, Mom, look. And in the middle of the field is a naked guy making out, having sex with a goat. So they stopped the train and they tried to go find out the man, but the man took off. So by the time the police got there later that day, the guy was saying, oh, the goat looked fine. But I think they could be a little more drastic color. Maybe like a blue and red all over. Like really bright pink. Really alienate all the people on the interstate. The only reason why we're walking down this stretch is just to see what's on the other side. That's the only reason, people. I need an excuse for urban sprawl. It reminds me of all you people out there in La La Land, if you guys ever seen Fargo, remember when the homeboy put in the other corpse, putting the corpse in the wood chipper grinder thing? Hey, what am I talking about? Look, perfect. You put something on there. I won't say what to put on there, but hey, if you've seen Fargo, that's the place to do it. I'm out of here, folks. I gotta go. But until then, Call Me Crazy Show, episode 60. You'll see me later on. Late.
There's people knocking on my window, waiting for some crack. And even if I did, I would smoke it all. Got these pictures on my wall, and it reminds me that I'm not that gay. I'm not that gay. Dearly, I wrote you, but you still haven't called me. I left myself, my picture, and my home phone. I sent 10 letters way back in the day. What's up? What's up, Ray? Alright, something going on in 2016. What happened? It's okay. What's been going on? How's the show playing? Good. I was just reminiscing about my hood. I was just talking about the game and playing out. What? You want some memory? Dear Daniel Boy, I'm too cool to run my public access bands. This will be the last letter I ever sent your ass, man. In 2 years, you haven't said a word. I don't deserve it. I'm driving around, drinking a 40 and making... I'm sick of you, dog. You know that song by Groove Explore? Shut up! You heard that? You got me so pissed off, I like my homie's mom on the truck. I don't know how I'm supposed to set this up. I took all your pictures off the wall and I just... Oh, no.
Dear Deester, I've been trying to write back to you after I got your letter, but the way things are going, things ain't getting no better. The other day, I found out that I was gonna sign your brother Louis t-shirt, but the way things are going, it seems it ain't gonna be like that. The other day, I heard a story about how some dude tried to kill your chick, yo. But the way things are going, come to think of it, it was you trying to kill the chick. Alrighty, folks. We're at Corvette Car Show on Fort Lowe. Here we go. Okay, basically what we're doing is going to take a couple of video footage of the Corvettes. Chevrolet makes the Corvette. They started back in 1955. Ooh, that's a nice Chevy truck right there. But Corvettes were invented by Chevrolet. Started back in 1955, and I see a couple nice ones. So here we go. Help! Help! There's also a couple cool bikes. Alright, what we got? They're all beauties, aren't they? Ooh, they're all beauties. Look at that sunroof. It's a 1980 Corvette. Look at this yellow one. This reminds me of what's that movie with Mark Hamill called Corvette Summer. Corvette Summer. Look at that color, isn't that a nice color? Ooh. Look at that beauty. Yeah, the inside look. We got one, a Crossfire injection Corvette. This is a 1982 model. Look at that, Harley Davidson guy. 427 GT Coupe. Owned by Jim Gray. Look at that. Ain't that awesome? You can see the headlights. They have the film over.
Excuse me, we've had some baseball tickets donated here. And I have 4 tickets for the Diamondbacks versus Colorado Rockies on Saturday, March 16th. And 4 tickets for the San Francisco Giants versus the White Sox on Tuesday, March 19th. What I'd like to do, we're going to leave this sheet up under the blue canopy and let's get rid of them via silent auction. So just if you want to bid on them, write your bid down and your name beside it. And whoever's highest at the end of the day gets the tickets. Thank you.
I said, what is it? He said, it's Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And I thought, that's beautiful. I immediately wrote a song about it. Every time you've done that, the whole long way in public, I'm thinking of it with the letters, so I can't let it see.
This is a 1966 Corvette. Corvette Coupe.
1,000 cars there.
And we'll go live with Paul McCartney. We'll be live where it never ends.
Yeah, there's a lot of original stuff.
The one right here, okay, I think it's a Ford turbo engine, I'm not sure. Okay, we got a 1967 Corvette here. Blue and black, 427 engine also. Look at that, ain't that a beauty? I know I'm saying that a lot, but that's what you have to use to read the word describe all these fancy cars.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I found it. So here he is. Jamal.
This is good.
Yes, do they live in Troy?
Yeah. Look at the interior on this. Look at the fine lines on these. Corvette Drive. Corvette Drive. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, here's the next one. Ooh, you gotta see this, people. You gotta see that. Ooh, look at that. 1961 Corvette. I think this might be my favorite Corvette of all time. Look at that. I must have like 20 of these Hot Wheels. Look at the dashboard. They're all leather.
1961 Corvette, people. Don't get no better than that. Bam. Okay, here we are with another Corvette. Here's a 1967 Corvette with the hood open. Not the same lines as the Corvette on the right side. With red interior. Almost have the same dashboard. So we have another one here.
Such a liability.
With a beauty, white yellow tires. Look at the little, look at the rear mirror, the mirror, the dash mirror. Located right there on top of the dash.
Is this your first one? Oh, really? I had a 63 Vet, but you're 16 and 17. I had that, so, and I've always satisfied. I have a 67 Ford.
This is a beauty. This is a 1959. Okay, time to go see the new model Corvette.
Look at there, it's the same Honduras.
Here we have a 01. This is the most recent Corvette out right now. It's a beauty also.
We're looking for our second one.
How you doing?
Want a card? Want a card?
And we have another Corvette. Long live Dale. I'd like to thank the Corvette Tucson Club. Without them, none of this would be possible. Leather, leather, leather. Oh, 2000 Corvette. We have a 98 Corvette, white color. So another What year is this Corvette?
Pardon?
What year?
98.
98? Mind if I get a view in there?
Sure, go right ahead. Sorry, all that crap's in your way.
Hey, thank you very much, sir.
Sure. Okay, you're all set?
Yeah, beautiful car, beautiful car.
Thank you.
I like it.
Really awesome.
I like it.
Ooh, look at this nice cherry red. 98 convertible Corvette. Look at the fine line on this baby. Convertible. Almost made me wish I was in California, people. Look at that. Ooh.
Get Maryland.
Look at this color. This color is like a maroon.
Usually at church dinners.
This is a 93 Corvette.
The particle board table that you don't sit on because if you sit on it, you'll break. It's not strong enough to be set on.
Look at that. Look at this one. This is a 1988 Corvette.
You know, Donna, when I was back in
Matter of fact, this is a Corvette that was real big back in the year that I was a freshman in high school. So it came a long way. I came a long way. Look, it has racing stripes or graphics, whatever you want to call them.
It's tough. So imagine doing an autocross in that. So you can understand Hank and the times he gets. It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
But then again, also the gas pedal fell off.
Oh jeez, no, that doesn't help.
So there's just a little feeler. Because I'm looking, it's like, what's gas pedal? And I look down and
We have a white Corvette here.
Many radio stations with your family so we're edited out the offending words. I'm Joe Johnson, and this is Beagle Brunch.
Here's a 96 Corvette.
Now we're from my driver. In 1961, the colleagues of a late-night radio show had discovered clues in Beagle recording that Paul was dead. A DJ on the air broadcast the information, and a worldwide frenzy to examine every Beatle album cover and song lyrics was underway.
It's a 1991 Corvette.
That held a clue. Ringo Starr agrees with the fans that some of the clues were there, though they didn't put them there.
If you look at things, you know, when they did the whole Beatle albums about Paul, I mean, if you look at the covers, everything that's been said was there, but we didn't put it in there. But it was there. We wanted to read it that way.
Now, everyone, people, I had to say it one more time. Alrighty, people, I'm out of here, but I'd like to thank the Corvette Club, Tucson Corvette Club, and the Common Crazy Show. Corvette's real forever. That's a beauty. Alrighty, people, I'll see you next time. Thank you, Corvette Club, Tucson.
filming?
Yeah. 1948 Chevrolet. Ooh, look at that. $1948, people. By the way, this is in the parking lot at Tucson Corvette Club. Let's see the interior on this. Awesome, huh, folks? $1948 Chevrolet, people. Best car company in the world. Alrighty, I'm outie. You won't believe it, folks, but I bought all this for $2. Hardback Star Wars book or paperback Stephen King. $2. Thank ya.
The Call Me Crazy Show, episode 62, and hopefully you enjoyed the Corvette, the Tucson Corvette Club. They allowed me to videotape all their fancy Corvettes, so I hope you saw that. And then I hope you liked some of the videos I did of me driving. So I hope you like it. But anyways, this is episode 62. I didn't say that earlier. It's a 4-year anniversary one, and I'm going to be doing a February recap. Okay. All the news I'm going to be saying right now and all the information I give you is all for February. I'm off for a couple weeks, but I've been busy. So this is the 4-year anniversary special, and here we go. In Afghanistan, families have been forced to sell their kids for as little as $30 for a 2-year-old Afghani kid. And this is not like no South Park episode cartoon where they go to Afghanistan, but this is a lot worse because these Afghanistan families are being forced to sell their own kids. And the father of this one Afghanistan family said, I just sold my 2-year-old kid for $30, and that was a month ago, and now we ran out of the money that I sold for the kid for, so I gotta sell another of my sons to get another $30 to feed the whole family. So that is a fucking problem and a half. And you know, to people up here in the U.S., unless you're in the black market with kiddie porn bullshit, whatever the fuck you are doing, selling kids is very bad. And if you're selling your own blood, then you really don't deserve to be the father, because there must be some other way you can come up and find food for your family. You shouldn't have to resort to the alternative option of selling your kids. So that's what happened. Afghanistan. That's all I talk about now, I guess. Okay, Collateral Damage came out in February, so did Junk Shoe, didn't see that. Rollerball, didn't see that. Rollerball, I know it's a remake of a 1975 film with James Caan. James Caan is also responsible for one of the coolest movies ever made, or he played one of the coolest parts in the movie The Godfather. He played Sonny in The Godfather. But he was in Rollerball, and it's a cult film, and Chris Klein and Rebecca Romaine Stamo made a new movie called Rollerball, the remake. And I still haven't yet to see it, but I'll keep you posted on that. So, we'll see how that goes. Okay, in Michigan, I had a picture of this, what happened, right, what I'm about to tell you. In Detroit, Michigan, oh, not Detroit, I'm sorry, but in Michigan, in the state, this 85-year-old lady was going on an errand to the shopping plaza, and what happened is the 85-year-old lady forgot to leave the car in the emergency brake, and so what happens, the lady was like fooling around with the gear, and she jumped over the curb and slammed into the 99-cent discount store. And I don't know about you people, but I love those places. Those places are cool. I can go wandering in those places for hours and hours. But in Michigan, this lady ran into a 99-cent discount store, and she injured 7 people. She broke all their legs. Imagine that, people. You're at the 99-cent store. You think, oh, I'm not being conspicuous. I mean, I'm not being suspicious. I'll get lay low from the high-class society or whatever. And only to have your legs broken because some 85-year-old lady forgot how to maneuver her car and it slammed through the windows and doors of a discount store. And that's one thing I'm going to talk about right now is that if you're 85 years old, and I know there ain't no 85-year-old people watching my show, you can't be driving when you're 85 years old. I'm on the road every day and I see people that old not even moving 15 miles per hour. They're not only endangering themselves, they're endangering others. So there's gotta be a thing about where they can get stopped driving at the age of somewhere where it doesn't, matter how old you are when you're driving, but when you're 85, you can't do that. I read about it all the time, and I know you do. Okay, New York State, a man called police on the phone, and the man called the police on the phone and said, "You can't catch me because you'll never find me at all. You'll never find me." And it turns out the man was wanted on burglary charges on the year before that. So he'd been on the run for a long time, for a whole year. And one day out of the blue, this guy calls up the police and says, "You'll never find me. I'm the one responsible for this B&E. Fuck you, you dumb fuck motherfuckers." But what the man didn't know is the police station had the caller ID. 5 minutes later, they show up at the guy's house, arrested him, and that has to be the most dumbest criminal ever. Don't call the police and brag that you can be caught. Damn. Okay, very sad story. In San Diego, a 7-year-old girl was reported missing. Her name was Danielle Van Dam, I think. And this is in February. She was abducted from her house in San Diego, and a lot of volunteers, search volunteers, went out to go look for her. And it wasn't until 2 weeks ago, people, and now I'm talking about it, they found her body. So they found her body next to a road, her corpse, next to a road that the whole neighborhood uses. And now the whole neighborhood is fucked up because they were saying, "We were driving up and down the street for days and we were totally unaware that her body is next door." The neighbor is the one responsible, they say, for the murder and the kidnapping of the girl. They found blood in his house, and they found blood in his trailer. So I hope that guy, that neighbor, gets like the Jeffrey Dahmer ending, like get that huge, shovel broom and shove it up his ass, his rectal probe. Do that to that neighbor, because Jeffrey Dahmer had it done to him and he died. So we'll see what happened with that motherfucker. But my condolences to the family, Danielle Van Dam. God rest her soul. It reminds me so much of that John Bonet, but I'm not even going to get into that. That's 6 years ago. Okay. Okay, Campbell's soup. Okay, I'm not trying to put down Campbell's soup. I eat Campbell's soup too. But get this, if you buy classic tomato soup, it's gonna be creamy tomato soup instead. And if you buy creamy tomato soup, it's gonna be classic tomato soup. So they had a recall 237,000 of those cans. And what I want to know, if you're if the company Campbell Soup is so intent on being wholesome and good for the economy, how can they do such a big fuck up like that? But I love the chicken soup anyways, and the Progresso and all that, and my homemade chicken soup that I do also. Okay, I know. Alright, then we're gonna go with some more stuff. I think on my next episode I'll be talking about the Bible and the Quran. I don't think I'll be doing that, but that'll be in my next episode, since it's all that relevant to us today. I'm not going to be preaching or nothing, but that's episode 63. Okay, right now episode 62. In February there was a lot of more clashes between the Israelis and the Palestinians, so I already talked about that earlier, Black Friday and all that. It gets sad when it gets worse and worse every day. And the way things go, I don't think there will be any more peace in the world, because it's the new millennium. And it's like that movie I own, The Omega Code. And I found out that they made part 2, The Omega Code. So maybe I'll see that in a couple weeks. I love the kind of Armageddon movies, people. Okay. The CIA has a secret report saying that Russia is the leading supplier for nuclear technology and training for scientists. And this is the same country, Russia, that supposedly is threatening us to a point where we have to develop nuclear missiles to strike targets that exist in Russia. I don't know. I'm talking gibberish now, I think. You know, the Cold War never ended, people. That's what it is. People say we're in the post-Cold War, we're in the post-September 11th world. We're still in the post-Cold War. September 11th is part of all that. And it gets sad that it all had to be with an ending like that on that day. Okay. On a lighter note, in Switzerland, a warehouse full of chocolate bunnies melted when a fire started in the warehouse. All the Easter chocolate bunnies melted in the fire. They were worth $12 million. So you know that's a lot of sticky chocolate, people. Alright. Okay, back in the 80s, there was this guy running around in Washington, Pacific Northwest, called the Green River Killer. And I believe some of the guys in Pearl Jam formed a band back in the 80s called the Green River, as a matter of fact, before Pearl Jam was around. And it has some members of Pearl Jam, but they call themselves Green River after the guy who was killing a huge amount of a lot of numbers of prostitutes and hookers. And 50 women so far have been missing during that same stretch since 1983. But they found on the other side of the border, British Columbia, they found a farm that might have clues to the killing. And it looks like finally the Green River Killer has a name, and his name is Gary Leon Ridgway. And so far he's been connected to 4 of the Green River killing, and we'll find out if he's the actual guy. I hope he is, because I used to read books about that guy back when I was a little kid. So, they'll catch you, people, they'll catch you. Alrighty. Okay, for all you people who do extracurricular activities, and I won't name names, but if you all seen the movie Blow with Johnny Depp and Bobcat Goldthwait, you know what the subject matter is all about. Okay, people, it's about Coke. It's the Cheech and Chong thing, I guess. It is, what am I saying? But anyways, Blow is a movie about Coke starring Johnny Depp. And get this, the guy who made the movie, the director, Ted Demme, died of a Coke overdose not too long ago. So that just goes to show, was he doing it during the filming of the movie and saying, yeah, this is the best movie of all time? And it ain't no Scarface, I'm sorry. To me, Tony Montana, Scarface is the best. But here we go, Blow. But the guy who made this movie Ted Demme, the director, passed away maybe a month ago in the month of February, and he was doing coke. They found coke in his body, and he made a movie about coke.
And we'd probably be showing the movie if they'd let us.
Oh yeah. If it wasn't a post hiatus, Call Me Crazy day. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But anyways, point is that we can't show this movie no more. But I'm showing the DVD. Thank you to Marty. But check this out. But the guy who made this movie, Ted Demme, passed away. He had coke in his system. So that just goes to show Hollywood is full of a bunch of crazed druggies. That's where I want to be. No, I get playing people. But anyway, Blow. This is the same movie for promotional purposes. They put out little mirrors in Hollywood. And hey, it's okay if a movie studio puts out paraphernalia. Hey, that's alright. Alrighty, people, I'm out on the Blow subject. Okay, I'm almost over here, people. I'm almost over. Dale Earnhardt anniversary just passed, and so they put a statue of him at Daytona 500, and Ward Burton won at Daytona 500, and I'll talk more about NASCAR throughout the season, but I won't be able to do that right now. Okay, I'm going to talk about Enron later on. Okay. Okay, and I'm going back to Afghanistan again, people. I'm going back to Afghanistan. In the caves of Afghanistan of the Al-Qaeda, they found a map detailing 6 city blocks of downtown Los Angeles. Can you imagine that, people? Downtown Los Angeles going down to on September 11th? Oh, that's a lot of head thinking, people. A lot of head thinking. Okay. I got some other stuff I want to save. Let's see. I got one more thing to talk about. Oh yeah, okay. In Fort Worth, Texas, a woman using ecstasy and drinking alcohol, drinking beers or whatever, bar hopping, was driving her car home from one of her binges, and she didn't see this homeless man in the middle of the street, and she hit the homeless man, and the homeless man hit the windshield, and his head got lodged into the hole in the windshield. So he couldn't get out of the windshield. And the lady was so fucked up, she never stopped, continued on her way home, stopped in her garage, locked the door, and she went inside, leaving homeless man still alive, with broken legs and I guess a state of fucked upness, that his head is still in the windshield, and he's screaming for help, saying, "Lady, help me, you fucking bitch, help me." And the lady's so drunk and on ecstasy that she don't even realize it, goes to bed that night. Wakes up the next morning, she goes out in the garage. The homeless man is still alive with his head still lodged in the windshield, bleeding now really bad, crying for help, blubbering, saying, "Please help me, I'm dying. And the lady didn't do anything about it, so she watched TV the whole next day. Day 2, she went out there again, and the man is barely conscious. He's almost unconscious. And the lady doesn't do anything the second day. And on the third day, the man finally died. Creep show 2, that would happen. I'll talk about that right now. But the man was eventually died. The homeless man eventually died in the windshield on the third day. That lady left that man to die. He bled to death. And all because she didn't want to get in trouble with the law and whatnot. And imagine that, people. You're sleeping in the house where there's a dead guy who bled to death in your windshield. That's not the way to go, people. And so what happened the third day, the guy eventually died. The girl freaked out. She called up 3 of her friends. They pulled the body out of the windshield, stuffed it in the car, one of their cars, drove out to the lake and dumped it. So not only is that girl in trouble for hitting the homeless man, the 3 other girlfriends are in trouble for hiding the body. So I hope they all fucking go down. I hope they all get bunched. I hope they get like some sort of object in their anuses while they're in prison, And I'm thinking it's gonna be a night. But homeless man, homeless or not being homeless, a person shouldn't have to die like that, being bled to death. Imagine that your head's in the windshield and you have glass in your neck, so if you move, you're gonna make yourself worse. And so the homeless man couldn't do anything at all. So that lady's 25 years old and she's gonna be getting a lot of years. So that's that. I hope you liked the 4-year anniversary show. I had a blast doing it. Episode 63 will be coming back to you next time. And I'm glad you're watching. Triple C rocks. Public Access rocks. Tucson rocks. I gotta go, people. I'm out. I'll see you next time.
My brain is fried. They say, call Ray. Call Ray. Call Ray. Crazy.
Hey, report. What does it say? Oh. Alrighty, folks, we're at Corvette Car Show on Fort Lowe. Here we go. Okay, basically what we're doing is going to take a couple video footage of the Corvette. Chevrolet makes the Corvette. They started back in 1955. Ooh, that's a nice Chevy truck right there.